in order for you to keep up with a goal, it needs to be attainable, it needs to be achievable. So make small goals that you can build upon later on down the road. Hey family, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Joy's house. If you're brand new, welcome. Go ahead and check out the channel. If this is something you're interested in, consider subscribing. If you're back watching again, welcome back. So in today's video, we're just kind of probably chit-chatting again because I was in a creative mood. Like honestly, yesterday I was feeling really sick, not feeling myself. Like I was in bed for majority of the day, like really sick, body aches, chills, throat hurting, headache, all the things. And so today I'm finally feeling better. Not finally, because it was only one day, but I'm feeling better. Even though you can probably hear it in my voice is still raspy, but I'm feeling so much better. So I'm in like my spirits are lifted. Like I feel like dancing, you know, when you finally feel better after being sick, like you feel like you can do jumping jacks. You feel like you're on top of the world. That's how I'm feeling right now. And so I'm like, let me pick up the camera and do some filming. Let's do something creative. I've been filming all day, doing some stuff around the house, feeling so much better. So I'm like, why not start vlogging again? Why not pick up the camera? So I have no plans. I don't know what we're talking about, but we're going to talk about something, okay? We're going to talk about something. We'll figure it out because I don't have any plan. But let's go ahead and chit chat a little bit. So something I do kind of want to talk about, I've been watching some vlogs here and there. Y'all know I love my YouTube. That hence why I'm on YouTube myself. And there's a lot of creators right now who are creating their dream life, living out their dream life, or basically speaking into existence what they want to achieve and what they are pursuing for their future, like pursuing a softer life, pursuing a life of freedom, a life of peace, not having to work a 9-to-5 anymore, pursuing, you know, just peaceful mornings, peaceful evenings, not having to rush throughout the day, not being stressed out, you know, not having a elevated nervous system, you know, just being like at peace, at calm, like a luxury lifestyle, you know, not being lazy, laying around, but being more disciplined and pursuing after things that make them happy. So I am also in that era, and that's kind of what prompted me to start this video, because I'm also in a season of pursuing a softer life. And so currently I was about to say my age. I'm not going to say my exact age, but I'm in my 30s. I'll just say that. I'm in my mid 30s. I am a single mom, in a relationship, in a long distance relationship. I currently live with parents right now. I currently live at home with my family due to finances, saving up for finances until, you know, transition into having my own place. And so I'm currently in a season of, you know, pursuing a better future, seeking after things better habits that align with my future, the lifestyle that I am desiring for myself, that starts with my mind, body, spirit, you know, elevating my appearance, not wearing t-shirts and leggings every single day, but dressing for the lifestyle that I desire to have, which starts with, you know, cleaning out my closet, picking out more elevated pieces, like elevated casual, wearing actual outfits and not just wearing t-shirts and sleepwear every single day, basically staying in my PJs all day. Just because I'm not leaving the house doesn't mean you can't get dressed. Showing up better for myself, actually getting dressed, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, and not just laying around in my PJs all day. Doing things like better spending habits, better eating habits, going outside more, walking more, like reading my Bible more, doing things that preparing myself for the future that I desire to have, and not just regressing back into bad habits that regress me and that don't put me in the place that I desire to be. So the habits that kept me stuck in the past were no longer taking those habits into the new season, into the new year. Like those habits are back in 2025. We're not taking those habits into the new year, even though we're already in May, but those habits are gone. We're not bringing those habits back. So saying all that to say, I am creating my dream life, creating the life that I desire to have, lifestyle, the luxury lifestyle that I desire to have for myself, and not the overwhelmed, stressed out, tired, overworked, overstimulated, exhausted, fatigued version of myself that I was before. We are leaving that version in the past, and we are pursuing better in finances, in mental health, in appearance, in spirit, in body, in everything, like literally across the board, elevating in all areas, like all areas that you can think of, elevating. So if you're in a season of wanting more for yourself, but you find it hard to get started, let me just tell you that it starts within. It starts with the mind. It starts with how you perceive yourself and the things that you're telling yourself. If you're telling yourself, I'm so tired, I'm so broke, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm never going to get this, I'm going to be stuck at this job forever, oh, I'm never going to have the life that I want, I'm never going to have a better job. If you're telling yourself that day in and day out, where do you think you're going to be? Where do you expect yourself to be if you're constantly telling yourself that every day? How do you think you're going to elevate if you're telling yourself that every day? Transform the words that you speak to have the life that you desire to have. Speak what God says. What does God say about you? Speak what He says. The more you speak what God says, the more you're going to believe it, and the more that's going to become your life. So God says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. He says that He will not leave or forsake you. He loves you no matter what, and He has better in store for you. And great is there for those who love the Lord. You are called for more. You are called for a purpose. He has a purpose and a future ahead for you. And so what you're telling yourself, if it's not positive, that is not going to take you to the place that He has for you. Change the words, alter your words, speak what God says first, and then the actions have to follow. Speak what He says first, and the actions have to follow. And those things combined, along with discipline and consistency, you are going to be a boss. You are going to win, because He will not fail you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Everything that He says, everything that He promised will come to pass. If you believe it, if you perceive it, you will achieve it. And so that's just my little TED talk for the day. But yeah, so I have a series that I started about elevating my style and, getting rid of things that no longer align with who I'm trying to be. And so that started with getting rid of all the tight shirts, the leggings, the booty shorts, the tight dresses that I can't wear to church. Like all those type of clothes had to go. Those type of clothes, like they literally had to go. I cannot dress like that anymore. That no longer aligns with my style, my sense of self. So I literally got rid of 2 trash bags full of clothes, and they're being donated. And we are replacing it with elevated style, elevated casual. I like to say elevated casual wear. I don't know if that's a real term, but I have coined it a term. And forgive me for my raspy voice. Like I said, I was sick yesterday, so you can probably still hear it in my voice, so don't mind it. But elevated casual, if that's a thing, or maybe I just made it a thing, but elevated casual, like linen pants, button-down shirts, like the bodysuit tucked in with the button-down shirt wrapped around, like the men's shirt button-down look with like some nice jeans, some mom jeans, boyfriend jeans, and some really nice footwear, some flats, some really nice sandals, like those Coach sandals. Those are really cute. If y'all know A. Wilkie on YouTube, her style is literally tea. Like that is literally the style that I desire to have. Her style I love it. I love it. I just love her style. Like, that is literally the style that I'm going for. That's literally my style inspo. So I've been looking at her pieces like on Pinterest and like trying to find things that kind of resemble, because that's my style inspo right there. Like, you know, the sweaters that you tie around your neck, and like the cute linen pants with the nice sandals, and like the really nice matching sets, and the button down linen shirts, and that is my style right there. That is my, and that the cute sunglasses, like the slim sunglasses. Yeah, that's my style inspo right there. So yeah, so I got rid of those clothes, donated those clothes, and I've slowly sure but surely been finding pieces to replace those with, and some of them are being washed right now. Let me see if I can find an example. I'm a old pair of pants I had, but this is kind of like an example of what I'm going for, like this type of style. These are the pants. I already had these before, and then like an example of what I'm going for. This okay, this angle is not good. Let me switch the angle around. Okay, there we go. Is that better? I don't know. So, and then this is like the shirt that is gonna be like, I could put this underneath a button down, or I could just wear this with some nice jeans to dress it up. That's just kind of an example of the style I'm going for. And you know, I am the mom that I have a tendency to just show up however I am waking up to drop off my daughter at school. And I no longer want to be that kind of mom. I don't want to show up looking raggedy, looking like I still have my PJs on, like I just rolled out of bed, dropping off my daughter. Even though it is early in the morning and I don't have to go anywhere afterwards, I no longer want to show up as that kind of mom. So we're leaving that behind as well in 2025. Although I will say, I have to admit, I did show up like that a few days this year, but we're no longer doing that. We are going to get dressed and show up how I want to be perceived. I'm the boss. I want to be a boss mom, like elevated style, casual, look put together, like mom on a mission. That is what I'm going for. So I'm going to be getting dressed, putting on an outfit to take my daughter to school, because I see how those moms dress. I see how certain moms dress, and she goes to a private school. So, you know, the moms there, they don't play. They don't play with how they look. They are dressed up to the T. They have their outfits on, their hair done, makeup done, already done at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm rolling up in there with my PJs on. We can't do that no more. We cannot do that no more. No, ma'am. We're not doing that no more. So we are getting dressed. We are putting jewelry on. We are looking put together. We are having our hair done. We're not rolling up the bed and just heading out to the school. No more. We're not doing that no more. So show up how you want to be perceived. And yeah, you cannot lose. You cannot lose. So let me show y'all. I'm going to pull up on my phone a couple photos of the style I'm going for. Hold on. Is this a good angle? Let me see. I might go up. It's kind of dark. Hold on, y'all. Get some better lighting, because that lighting is not good. So a little change of scenery. Let me pull up some photos. Let me go on my Pinterest. I love Pinterest for style inspo, for recipe inspo, for everything. Ooh, I just found one. Look, this is an example. Look at how cute that is. That's an example of my style inspo. That was literally the first photo that popped up on Pinterest. Look at how cute. That's how I want to look dropping off my daughter at school. That's how I'm going to look. All right, let me show some more examples. Whew, I'm out of breath. Let me see. Oh, she has a whole page. I didn't know that. Oh, A. Wilkie, this is who I was talking about. She has a Pinterest page. I just found her page. Let me see if she has outfits. I just followed her. Oh, she does. I just followed her. Fashion and beauty. Okay, see, this is what I'm going for. You see this? She wore this somewhere at home. Okay, look, this is the style I'm going for. The jeans, and see how the jacket looks really nice, and like all her bags look really nice and put together with every outfit. Really cute. And the sunglasses. Oh, actually, those are regular glasses. And then this is just kind of the style that I'm going for. Like, I really love her style. Let me find another one. Yes, these outfits are so cute. Hold on. Let me find another one. Yeah, like this. There's something about just the jeans and the nice top and the cute little bag. There's just something about that that just looks so elegant and classy and casual at the same time. And see, look, you can be casual and cute. Look how casual that is, but look how cute and put together it is. Like, I just love it. So put together, but so cute and comfy at the same time. So, yeah, that is what I'm going for when it comes to style. And, you know, it doesn't take a lot of work. Now, I don't know, like some style can be pricey, but you don't have to spend a whole lot of money in order to have an elevated look. You don't have to break the bank in order to have an elevated look. Now, I'm sure that her outfits, she has a very luxury lifestyle, so I'm sure that her stuff is probably expensive or expensive to the average person, but you can find pieces like that that are not expensive, that resemble the style, but are not expensive. And so you can be on a budget, you can go thrifting, you can go to Walmart and find pieces that look like that, but are not the same price tag. And that's what I've been doing because there's no need, like if you're not in that bracket, that economic bracket, you don't have to try to keep up with that if that's not your budget. You don't need to break the budget just to try to look a certain way because you can find similar pieces for your price point. And so thrifting is really good. Walmart, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, places like that. Going to the clearance rack, shopping at the clearance section, waiting for certain seasons to waiting for the next season so that you can get it on a budget. You can get it on sale, on clearance, instead of buying it while it's in season. Waiting for certain pieces that might be more expensive so that you can get it on sale. There are lots of things you can do that I've learned. You don't have to break the bank in order to have a nice elevated style. So just wanted to put that little tip in there. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses if you can't afford it. I know and I have fallen into that trap before. It's not wise. It's not smart. You don't want to do it. You're going to end up regretting it later and probably having to sell that stuff later on. So don't do it. Don't do it. So yeah, I think that's probably going to wrap up this video because I've just been chit-chatting all day. Not all day, but I've just been chit-chatting in this video. I'm going to go ahead and go get my coffee and finish that. But that is all for today. So yeah, I just wanted to encourage and also share where I am in my journey and my style journey and what I'm doing to elevate my lifestyle and you know, oh gosh, what's going on? DJI, what are you doing right now? I've never seen that icon before. That was crazy. But yeah, so you don't have to make your habits and your goals so hard to achieve, because when they're that hard to achieve, it makes it hard for you to actually stick to it and keep up with it long term. And that's why a lot of people fall off and not keep up with their goals. That's why a lot of people don't keep up with their resolutions, their New Year's resolutions. They stick to it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and then they fall off because it's not achievable and they're not things that you would naturally keep up with because you're making it too big. And in order for you to keep up with a goal, it needs to be attainable, it needs to be achievable. So make small goals that you can build upon later on down the road. Don't try to chew off such a big achievement and then you're not going to be able to keep up with it down the road. And that's why a lot of people quit, and then you end up feeling bad about yourself and you end up going back into your old habits because you're talking down on yourself and you're saying that you're not worthy of the goals that you set for yourself. So don't do that. Set small goals, bite-sized goals. For example, if you're trying to elevate your style, instead of saying, I'm going to go replace my entire wardrobe next week, start by taking out 5 pieces of clothes that you no longer wear and donate them. Start with that and then work your way up to getting rid of the rest of the things in your closet, and then you can eventually buy new pieces to replace those 5 items in your closet, and then you work your way up to doing more and more and more, instead of trying to do everything all at one time, and then you end up feeling tired and you don't want to achieve it. Then you go back into your lazy habits, and then you never get rid of the things in your closet. So replace that for whatever goal you have. Start with a small thing, build upon it, and don't try to chew off a whole entire thing and then you end up falling off 2 or 3 weeks later. Okay, I hope that helps you. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video, and I'll see you in the next one.